Hi everyone, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for all the views on the BTS Cajun sauce and their sweet chili sauce. Today I'm trying to make the Popeye sweet heat sauce at home. I really love this sauce. It is sweet and really spicy, and I love it on all the food that I order from there, but I want to try to make this at home. So here's how the sauce looks, and that's the color of it. We're going to try to recreate this using a third cup of honey. This might be a little annoying, but I'm going to probably add in more stuff as we go along, this way I can get the exact flavor. Now I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to mix that in real good. And I'm using the ingredients that I see on the ingredient list on the sauce itself. I'm going to add a third cup of vinegar. I'm just going to give that a little mix also. Next up, we have 2 tablespoons of some cayenne for that heat. Now this sauce at the end, it came out really spicy. If you want to tone it down, you could do 1.5 tablespoons of the cayenne, but I do like the heat, so that's why I put 2 full tablespoons. It's a little chunky at first, but it's okay. Next, I'm putting 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to add 1 full tablespoon of some cornstarch. This is going to thicken the sauce up slightly so it's not watery. We don't want the sauce too thick because the sweet heat sauce from Popeyes is quite thin. Just enough just to give it a slight thickness so it can really coat the food good. Next up, I have a third cup of corn syrup. I'm happy that I had this ingredient. I had bought it a while ago so I can make some homemade marshmallows, but I never got around to it. So the ingredient on the sweet heat sauce says they use corn syrup, so I had that. And I'm just giving it a good stir. There is little parts of the cornstarch that didn't really get mixed in well, but we're going to blend that out later on when I heat up the sauce. You want to taste the sauce as you're making it so you can get closer and closer to how the sweet heat sauce actually tastes. I think this needs a little bit more honey. I'm going to make a few more adjustments as we go on. So far, this sauce is still a little bit too much on the pepper side, so I have to add 2 more tablespoons of sugar. This would probably make a really good wing sauce and also like crunchy chicken strip sauce. You dip the whole entire chicken strip in there and then you just rebake it a little bit more to have a good little coating of that spice. So now I'm going to heat this up. Constantly you want to whisk this and you're trying to break up all the little clumps of the cornstarch, and you want to bring it till it's like really bubbling and looks like a little foamy on top, and then just turn it off and then put it into a different bowl. So I'm adding 1 more tablespoon of sugar. I know it seems like a lot, but I'm just trying to get the taste to taste exactly like the sweet heat sauce from the restaurant. Next, I'm putting the sauce through a very fine mesh strainer. You can use a piece of cloth, some people call it like a cheesecloth, just to give it a good squeeze to take away anything that's not dissolved, like the grind up cayenne pepper particles and any sugar crystals that may have been left behind, or even maybe some pieces of that food starch didn't unclump. You gotta get that out. This way I have a nice smooth consistency. Warning, when you go to wash your pots or pans or strainer after making this, you might cough because, I mean, it is going to be spicy, and somehow cleaning it really brought out that scent in the air, and it kind of made me cough a little bit. So here's the sauce. This is how it's looking. So here's the color on the spoon. It's almost replicated to the sauce in the packet, and you can see how it coats the spoon well. So I'm just going to make a tiny bit more adjustment to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt just to tone down the spice just a bit. Now I'm going to try it out on the fry. There's this sauce from the restaurant. It tastes great, of course, because that's my favorite sauce from there. And now I'm going to try my sauce. Okay, and the sauce was good. It is perfectly sweet, and it's really got the good spice to it. The very last ingredient is to put 1 tablespoon of ketchup. That will bring out the color, and it will really balance out everything that we put in there and make it really taste like the restaurants. So let's check out the color again. It really brought out that slight reddish color, like how the sauce looks. And now it's time to do another taste test. I'm going to go ahead and just compare each one. There's the one from the restaurant. And now I'm going to try mine. Wow, adding that last touch of ketchup to that sauce, which seems a little unexpected, it really made it taste just that much closer to the real thing. And I'm so happy I have this big batch for later. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and please subscribe.